In this video, I'd like to talk to you about the importance of staying consistent in your goals to improve your speech. So you're looking to improve your speech at the workplace, enhance your communication, and it's fundamental that you work on this every single day. If you work on anything, be it communication or any other goal, by working on it every single day, you'll make great leaps in your goal. Think about it. Let's say, for instance, you want to learn to draw. You draw a little bit every single day. You're not very good at it, but after day and week after week, you'll see you'll make great improvements. And the same happens after a month and after a year. So this year will pass whether or not you work on your communication every day or not. And you need to ask yourself, if I work on my communication, practicing every single day how I speak, in a year's time, where would I be compared to in a year's time if I don't? So there's two versions of you, one who practices every single day and one who doesn't. This is even something I'm working on myself with the recording of these videos. I'm trying to consistently work on my communication and upload it here so you can see my progress as well. And actually, I've been working on this for a while now, and only recently I've been recording to show my evidence of how I'm improving, to see my journey. So the key aim here is to make sure you're being consistent. How do you do that? So one thing you can do is to reduce the friction in undertaking this task. So any task you want to do on a consistent basis, you want to make sure you reduce the friction, reduce the aversion you have to the task, make it easier. Take the path of least resistance. So let's say you want to go to the gym consistently every single day. If you choose to go to a gym closer to you, or choose to go to a gym where you can walk instead of driving, and make sure you pack your bag the night before, that reduces the resistance, reduces the friction of your task. Now, how can we do this when we're trying to enhance our communication? By selecting a time where it's easy for us to practice, by just having a page ready of us reading out lines, practicing tongue twisters, making these words and setups and templates accessible, easy, ready for us to practice. But if we're going to make sure we do it at the end of the day, where we're most tired, have the least motivation, then this is going to increase the friction of this habit. So, number one, make sure you're being consistent. Number two, work on reducing the friction of this task. And thirdly, make it enjoyable. Try to make it something which you have fun, where it's not something where you're scared of or you're not looking forward to. Rather, it's something you enjoy, something you're excited about, something you look forward to. Think about the carrot and the stick. The carrot being your motivation. What do you want to be in a year's time? Where do you want your speech to be? How do you want to be to communicate at work with your colleagues? Perhaps you'll have a more senior role because you're communicating better, both in written and verbal format. And so by practicing every single day and working on your communication, both professionally and socially, you'd make great improvements in your speech. Let that be the carrot, be the motivator for you practicing every single day. And in the same vein, you should also have the stick. What are you afraid of? If you don't work on your communication, you're going to stay stuck with your current level, where you're not communicating well, where you're nervous, where you're scared, where you have anxiety over how you speak. Is this what you really want? So, thirdly, have the carrot and the stick to push you forward. Have the carrot, to have the stick behind you to make sure you're also going forward. And lastly, number four, make a plan. What gets measured gets managed. So measure what you're doing every single day, every single week. At the end of the week, record your progress. How much did you do? How much did you aim for? And how much did you actually get done? Making sure you're recording your progress. And if perhaps you miss a day, try not to make sure you miss 2 days in a row. As it's mentioned by James Clear in Atomic Habits, 1 day missed is acceptable, but 2 days is a formation of a new habit. So if you're consistently missing days in this habit of working on your communication, then you're not going to make much progress. And that's a reminder for myself and anyone else. Any habit, you have to work on it consistently. One day, sure, maybe there's a period where you're very sick perhaps, but you need to make sure you're consistent. And those 4 tips will enhance your communication and ensure you're sticking to a communication habit.